Sure.
Vanessa gasped. She and Barry had been together for a year. She loved him, but he loved her. Wait, what? They had everything they ever wanted, and that was each other. But Leah wanted more. What was this more than she could possibly need? Well, this particular thing, what she wanted, was driving her crazy. She wanted it. No, she needed it.
Ooh.
She needed a good hard fucking. She needed to be fucked so hard that she couldn't walk for days. She yearned for something, anything, that would bring her pleasure she desired. Barry observed her troubling expression, knowing exactly what she was thinking, what she wanted of him.
Vanessa, I am very sure. I know. You've wanted this for a long time.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't want to see you suffer like this.
Barry pulled out his slick rubber suit Vanessa had made for this special occasion. Once suited in, he dived into the pile of lubricant beside him, making sure to cover his whole body.
But Barry, what if you don't make it out alive?
She was having second thoughts. As much as she wanted this, she didn't want to risk losing her bee partner.
Vanessa, I love you, and this is what I'm willing to risk to do this.
He positioned himself around her crotch, waiting for her thighs to grant him access. Vanessa reluctantly spread her legs wide, leaning back on her arms, which supported her weight. Barry was in awe at the sight in front of him, the sight of human female anatomy. He spent a good minute observing the beauty laid before him, taking in all that he could see for his majestic beast. He believed to be called the vagina. Vanessa blushed hard.
Please, stop staring at it. You're making me feel self-conscious. Just hurry up and fuck me.
Barry redited himself before shooting off into the pink monster. He was greeted to the moist cavern. He wiggled around, trying with all of his might to bring his love pleasure. From outside this juicy little fun hole, Vanessa focused her entire being on the sensations inside of her, feeling her body heat up. There, Vanessa realized a loud moan. He found it. He found the spot. Even Barry, deep inside her, could hear her. He continued to press against that particular spot that caused her to make such erotic sounds. He liked it. He liked the sound he brought upon her. Vanessa moaned at every moment now. She was close. She had a problem. She needed it faster, harder. Barry wasn't capable of doing so. Unaware of her anguish, Barry continued his steady fidgeting. Feeling quite accomplished in his work, he decided to go for a bolder move. He dug in deeper, moving through her uterus. He turned on his night vision goggles. Went to see inside the beautiful vagina. It is an understatement to say that he was shocked. A state of sheer horror would be the best way to describe Barry's current self. And what moved him to such a state? It could be the developing human inside his beloved. Vanessa couldn't feel his movements anymore. She was scared. Scared that her vagina had consumed her beloved. She was unaware of the drama occurring inside of her. Unaware she was pregnant.
Oh my God.
Betrayed. Betrayed by his lover. She was pregnant with a human child. Inside the suit of rubber, the sound of his sobs could not escape. She cheated on him. She, the one who was supposed to love him, until the time he died and beyond. At this moment, Barry the Bee had lost all he would live for. How could he trust her again? He can't just pretend it never happened. That slut! The dirty whore!
Oh, no.
Punishment! Barry knew what he had to do. He moved the suit, his body becoming covered in his lover's fluids. Quote-unquote lovers. He had moved closer to the fetus, glaring. He whipped out his bee cock. Rubbing against the skin of the developing human, he began grinding against it. Speed increasing with every thrust. His bee cock his bee cock nagged for release. Pushing the bee to his limits, he released against the child of betrayal, pulverizing the bee cock in the process. He moved over to the heart, pressing his stinger against it, killing both himself and the fetus.
This is terrible.
Vanessa couldn't handle it anymore. She reached inside herself, feeling for her lover in the rubber suit. She pulled out an empty suit. Gasping, she returned to feeling around inside of herself. It hurt, but she didn't care. All she needed was to retrieve Barry. She grasped something, ripping it out of her with the force of 1,000 nuns. She stared at what was pulled out from inside of her. She saw Barry. He was dead. But that wasn't it. There was a fetus. Barry was attached to the fetus. Her lover and her unborn child were dead, their bodies in front of her. She picked up the fetus, inserting it back inside of her.
I can at least try and save you. Back in you go, baby.
She sobbed. She picked up Barry. How could she try to save him? There was a loud noise from inside of her. She hastily turned her body to see it was some douchebag and a stupid-ass cap, and there was cameras. What the fuck is going on?
Vanessa, you just got punked.
Ashton said a little too enthusiastically. He then proceeded to tell her about the entire setup. There was Ashton planting the baby inside of her as she slept. There was Ashton plotting to make them both believe she was pregnant. There was Ashton stalking them for days beforehand, knowing about their pain for weird-ass humans on B-sex.
You motherfucker!
Vanessa shrieked, climbing to her feet. She swings at the annoying man, landing a hit on his nose, bones crushing under the pressure of the punch.
Barry is dead!
She took him down, overpowering him with ease.
What?
She unzipped his pants and positioned herself over Ashton. She raped him.
She raped him.
With all her might, she raped him. Her thrust conveying her anger at the man. Wow. Ashton laying there, unable to move under the power of Vanessa, tears running down his face as he begged her to stop. He could feel his pelvis cracking, but she didn't listen. Vanessa let out a final moan, screaming,
Shrek is love! Shrek is life!
as she rode out her orgasm. The cameraman fled as she stared them down. From the way the cameramen saw it, they escaped with their lives. Ashton lay there, pathetic, powerless. That's only pissing Vanessa off further. He needed further punishment. She grabbed his lifeless body of the unborn child, tearing off Ashton's pants completely, and with a dry hand, forced her entire fist inside of his ass. Ashton cried out in pain and tried to escape the woman. His attempts were futile. Vanessa removed her hand, reaching into herself, fishing out the fetus. She whispered softly into her baby's ear.
Shh, it's okay, Molly dear. You'll be safe inside Mr. Kutcher.
She shoved, quote-unquote, Molly into Ashton, a wide grin spreading across her face. She grasped his throat in her hands, pressing down, killing him in a matter of minutes.
No tears now. Only dreams.
Were the last words Ashton would ever hear. Le fin.
Living.
That was...